Hi everyone. Today is Thursday. Welcome to my another vlog. I haven't done my vlog for almost 3 weeks. Sorry guys. I've been so busy and I'm dealing with my health as well. Sorry for my background. I just did my ironing last night before I'm going back to work tomorrow. So my blog is all about how much it cost me for my trip going to Prague. So from London Heathrow, I flew from British Airways. That cost me the return tickets about 130 pounds. Guys, just to let you know, the ticket or the fare, it depends on the month where you're going. Okay, so it's not too bad because my original plan is supposed to go. I'm supposed to go to Paris and in Lourdes, but apparently my trip to Lourdes is I will be arriving at 11 p.m. So I'm not happy about it because I don't know the place. And my only advice, guys, if you're traveling, if you're going to one place and because you're traveling, you don't know the place, you need to go there early, or at least afternoon when you're arriving. Don't go there or risk yourself arriving at midnight or late in the evening because you don't know the place and you don't know what is the people looks like. So, okay, and some places talaga it's too dangerous. So okay, let's start it. So from London Heathrow to Prague, it only the about it's about 130 pounds my fare. That's return ticket, and it's about an hour and 45 minutes. So I don't have any problem with my flight like before when I went to Paris, because the our flight has been delayed for 30 to an hour. But this one we have a smooth flight, and thank you for British Airways. I arrived safely in London, arrived safely in Prague, which is the pilot is so good and the staff are really good. So from air from Prague Airport going to my what do you call this hotel, I guys, just to let you know, I book hostel. It's a hostel. It's like people who go there are mostly backpacker or on budget. At the beginning my daughter doesn't agree about it because she keeps saying I can't pay for my hotel. But the thing is, I want to experience about the hostel because I read about hostel. You're gonna meet a lots of friends, but if you go into a place by yourself, I find it too lonely because you're on your own on your hotel. At least with this one, you mingle with the people, different ethnicity, and you're making friends. So from Prague, I'll tell you one at a time. From airport to my destination, to my hotel, it only take you 45 minutes, and I took Uber. The Uber is only cost me 13 pounds something. Let's say 14 pounds. But every time you use your card, the card will um, charge you about 45 to 50p, which is not too bad. But if you keep using it, I use debit card, guys. I don't use the credit card, okay? But if you keep using your debit card, they will charge you all the time. Two charges per transaction, I think. So that guy, that once you come out from the airport, there will be a taxi waiting for you. But for me, I took the Uber because I think Uber is much cheaper. But they're not, the guy there, when they found out, the taxi driver found out that I'm going to take Uber, they're not very helpful at all. So when you come out from the airport, there's a taxi in front of you. Go to the other road. There's number 8. That's where normally the Uber will pick you up. They will show on your Uber apps that they will pick you up in station 8. So the station 8, you need to cross the road next one, and you can see people are waiting there. So it only takes me 13 point something, or let's say 14 pounds, about 45 minutes. And the taxi driver, the Uber, took me to my accommodation. Is so good. So from the hostel, I only paid 46.79. So when I book it to the booking.com, I requested supposed to be female dormitory, but apparently I was on mix accommodation. At the beginning, I'm not really happy. To make the long story short, I found out that I think if you're in Europe, you don't have any choice. So they will try to accommodate you your request that you're supposed to be in the female accommodation or dormitory. But if they really run out, they will mix you to the um mixed people, like male and female, which if you don't mind about it. But at the my last 2 days I was mixed with other or my opposite sex. There's a to I think from Italy, and he's so young and he loved to travel around the world, and he's so nice, and there's loads of young people who love to travel. Nowadays I realize people at my daughter's age, same age, they love to travel. They're really backpacker, and even though they don't care about how much they cost their accommodation, because to be honest with you guys, you don't need expensive accommodation unless you're well off, you know, you got plenty of money, you go to Hilton Hotel. But if you really love to discover or travel around the world, don't be fussy about the accommodation, because you can save more money and you're just going there to sleep, okay? Unless you got family or small one, like youngsters or like 5 years or 7 year old by with you need to go to the hotel. But for me, because I'm on my own, I travel on by myself and I want to mingle, I prefer this mixed dormitory. So at the end, I really like it. It's clean. I have nothing to do, I have nothing to say about it. So that's the thing. But I think when I travel to Asia, I think in more Asia, which is coming soon, I think they're very fussy about male and female, because most Asia people are very conservative. That's what I just realized. So all in all, the Starbucks, I always go to Starbucks every single day, because the um pumpkin spice latte come out just recently, which is my favorite drinks in Starbucks. I always order that every single days with their New York cheesecake, and I found the cheesecake in Prague is much creamier, so I've been addicted with that. So it's my Starbucks, it only costs you for about it's same in UK, it's about 6 to 7 pounds, but if you only a drink, it's about 4 pounds. So with the breakfast, we have the English breakfast like toast, sausage, mushroom. It only costs you £3.88. And I tried to go to Castle, which you know, by cruise, they tour you around the in Castle, and then that will cost you, no, by cruise they tour you around, and it costs you about 250 kronia, their own currency, and then that will give you one free to go to one museum, which I don't bother. And there's a toilet near to that cruise. It's about, it only take you 69p. You need to pay for that. And then about the souvenir, because every time I go to different country, I love to collect the, you know, the magnet that you can put it on the fridge. That's what I want to collect all the time, every time I go to different countries. So when I get old, that will be my memory. I wish I did the currency. I regret doing that. And don't buy, you can buy a souvenir inside the castle. You have loads of choices. Once you see the store or a store, don't buy it yet. Once you go along and then you walk around the castle, you can find difference of souvenir magnet, refrigerator magnet, and there's loads of choices. So what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to insert on my blog. I bought for my whole trip. The means of transportation there is Uber, but they're very used to taxi or Uber. They have the trams, like the one they use in San Francisco. That's their main transportation. And I bought this for 310 on their own currency, and I will put link to inside my blog how much it will cost. You have a choice. You have a choice to pay 24 hours, 72 hours, but this one I choose this for 72 hours, which is really cheap. all you need to do is stop it, and every time you enter, like in London, once no, not yeah, it's just like contactless. Once you bought it, you need to validate this ticket first before you use it. So once there's you know, the train, there's a machine there, and you choose which, how much you want to spend for your ticket. So I choose the 72 hours, which is only cost me 310. And then once you have the ticket, you need to validate it, but you don't need to validate it every time you go on trams. You validate it only once, and you can use this for your whole trip, which is very cheap. And then um Prague is the capital city of Czech Republic. It's there's a Valva River. When I went there, they call it the city of hundreds of spires. So with this one, I went to Charles Bridge, I went to Prague Castle, I went to Saint Vitus Cathedral. I've seen the Prague astronomical clock, which is quite huge. It's been installed in 1410. It's really massive. And then if you see the Prague astronomical clock, is huge. And then you can see the church, and there's a people who's selling sausage and food. And then try the sausage. I really like the sausage in Prague. It's so what you call this, so nice compared the one we bought here in UK. Is really really nice and tasty. And that's it. I enjoy it. I know, I think it's more on architectural. If you like architectural thing, you supposed to go there. You will more appreciate it. But me, I'm not the type of person, but I find it is their people are nice. Yeah, some people you can encounter they're not nice, especially the taxi driver. If when they found that I used the Uber, they're not very helpful anymore. So, but from the rest of my trip, I don't have any problem. They're very accommodating. Most of most of them, they don't speak English. And then it's only a small city that you can travel, you can see that city for 2 days. And then which the guy from Italy, he went there for two days. He managed to go around the whole Prague, and then he plans to go to Vienna. Guys, if I were you, I didn't plan my trip properly. You can go to Budapest from Prague to Vienna. It's cheaper, I think, but you can go there by flight as well. But I think rather than going to Prague, go back to London, and then go back again to Vienna, you do it one at a time if you can, if you have a budget. It's you can save more money. I think you can save more time. And then that's all. Walk while make sure you wear a proper rubber shoes, or with a good soles underneath, because there the street is made like a bricks all the time. And then the one the shoes I bought is quite slippery, but the sandals I bought in TK Maxx is so good. It's very comfortable. Every time you go in a in a place, make sure you buy some comfortable slippers, okay? And then one that's the first advice I'm going to tell you. Second, you need to check the weather, if it's winter or sunny there or rainy. But when I check the weather, it's a bit sunny. It's a bit, some of them are rainy, some of them are sunny. So I bought my own umbrella for all my protection, because I don't want to end up having a flu. And then the person I met, this is she didn't check the weather. What she did, she bought some only light clothes for for the what do you call it, sunny day. And then the weather there at nighttime is a bit cold, so she spent her money to buy her a cardigan, a jacket, to keep her warm for the whole of her trip. So be wise. You always check the weather. Third, if I were you, you need to what do you call this, get their own currency as well. I always buy my currency to Mark and Spencer. I only I think I only exchange £100 and the rest I use my debit card. Fourth, guys, please, my only advice every time you go on holiday, plan it financially. This is my advice as well to my daughter. You need to save money every time you go on holiday. Don't use your credit card, because if you use debit card or your cash, you can manage to budget your expenses, because credit card is too tempting to buy what you want. But in Prague, they don't have more designer outlet. I've seen only 3, but at least if you go to Milan or Paris, my god, the designer outlets is loads, so you're tempting to spend more. That's only my advice to you guys, because at the end of the day, you don't want to end up going back to your own country and the bills is coming posting to your mailbox that you need to pay them back, like your credit card. At least I went back to my place. I don't have any bills on the post that I need to pay them back, like a credit card. And then I don't think about my expenses because it's already planned. So my next destination will be Asia. I will show you again. I will show you around how much it will cost me again, so to give you some idea. I think this my next trip. I will save more money because it's cheaper. I think you can buy loads of stuff there compared to Prague, and I really enjoy it, guys. And I will show the link. I will post the link here about the trams ticket, how much it will cost you. So all in all, it's about £400 I spend. I think I stayed there for 4 nights. Okay, and I enjoy it. It's very small, very quiet place, and I think it's very safe as well. Most people told me it's very safe, and you should try. My friends told me you should try their chocolate thing. I haven't tried it, the chocolate drinks, and try their sausage is so nice, and it's so cheap as well. Okay, good. This I will end my blog now, and I will try to blog more as much as I can. And goodbye, and thank you for watching my blog. Please don't forget to subscribe and likes my video, and be kind to everyone. Bye.
Una foto así, Laura. Laura, una foto como de Salmen.
¿Está allá?
Ahí va.